and welcome to yet another episode of Mad Economics. Today, Mad Economist, I am very excited because we have done our first visual of Mad Economics. Yes, but perhaps I thought it wise, maybe because we are celebrating this special occasion, let us have a special topic. Yes, because we have just exited Easter, perhaps our minds are still godly. So, why don't I talk about a godly topic, but relate it to economics? Mad Economist, did you know that the founding theory of economics is the hand of God? Perhaps you knew this already. Perhaps you are an economist. Perhaps you're not. So this podcast today, I am speaking to you who did not know that the founding theory of economics, the founding theory of our economy today, is the hand of God. Mad Economist, today I want to borrow a leaf. Yes, I want to borrow a leaf from Adam Smith, 1776. Yes, he made an inquiry into the wealth of nations. Perhaps today, Mad Economists, I want to make an inquiry into the wealth of nations today. Why is it that some nations are more wealthier than other nations? How best can we use the resources in our economy today to meet this expectation, to meet this worthiness of nations? But perhaps, Mad Economists, what I want to ponder about the most is to understand the phenomena that are happening today. What are happening to our prices? What are happening to our trade? What is happening to our economy? And how does this hand of God play a role in today's economy? So, as I've said, I am borrowing a leaf from Adam Smith, who came up with one of the founding theories of economics. He said, perhaps competition drives quality high. 1. 2. He said, perhaps minimal government intervention is important for our economy. But what did he mean? And how can we relate it to today's economy, today's Malawi? Mad Economist, he further said, competition keeps prices low. What we need in our economy to be productive is to be competitive. Yes, these small businesses that we have, they have to be competitive amongst other small businesses that we have that are existing out there. You need to know, how is my business faring, say, for someone doing the same business in South Africa today? How best can I craft my prices so that they are attractive to the consumer today? But most importantly, Mad Economist, I want you to remember why we are doing this podcast. We're doing this podcast because we want to meet value. Yes, people out there are saying, no, our economists, what are you doing? People out there are asking, what is it that our economists are doing in this economy today? So I thought, let me come as an economist on this podcast. let me bring you the value that economists have. But perhaps you are an economist yourself who has a contrasting view to my own. You are welcome. Remember, we want that value meets innovation. Your value meets my value. Perhaps we help the mere African man out there to understand the dynamics of this economy. So one thing I want you to understand is we are in a new month. We are in the month of April. I would say this is the month when the hand of God starts working in our economy. But perhaps you're asking yourself, how is this related? Wasn't the hand of God already working from January to March? Don't worry about it. There are concepts that you probably have missed a little, but I'll help you understand these concepts so that you should start seeing this hand of God performing its miracles in the economy at the moment. First of all, I want you to understand that we have just started the new financial year. Yes, the financial year in Malawi starts on the 1st April each year. What does this mean? It means what has been budgeted and appropriated for the economy, for the rest of the economy until 31st March next year, begins this month. Now, how can you as a business leverage this opportunity? Remember, there is a certain amount of money that is allocated to the economy. The expectation is that the economy will grow based on the jump start that we are giving the economy this month. Yes, mad economists. Perhaps you did not pay attention to the budget. Perhaps you had no idea how the budget performs its miracles, how it works as a hand of God in the economy. But in as much as there is this working of man in the economy, we also have to acknowledge the working of the invisible hand. What do I mean? The invisible hand says, if left alone, those that need something in the economy would be able to meet those that are selling that thing in the economy. But perhaps the contradiction comes in to say, those that are supplying what we need in the economy have raised their prices. And those of us that are in need of those things in the economy are failing to access those things simply because we do not have enough to meet our daily expectations. Now, there is an operation of the government in the economy. There is the operation of the budget, which has been passed. The expectation is that it will help into productive means so that it jumpstarts the economy into functioning for the rest of the year. But your question perhaps is, how is there minimal government intervention if government is intervening to make sure that the economy has to function? Now, the minimal intervention is that you, as a supplier, you as a mad economist, have known how to leverage this. I want you to understand the structural characteristics of the economy. First, the introduction of the government year, of the financial year of the government. Secondly, how can you put yourself into the right shoes to make sure that you are able to profit from this year? But most importantly, Mad Economist, because we are coming from the Easter holidays, I want you not to neglect the hand of God in working in this economy. Yes, we have prayed to God. We have left our worries to God throughout the Easter. We have probably been happy that He is risen. Now, with His rising up, we should rise up our mental attitude in the economy. We should be able to leverage our culture, leverage our roots to make the economy grow. What do I mean? Mad Economist, I want us to be productive. I want us to be able to count the days and count the months, count the years as they go down, because as they go down, the hand of God is always working in the economy. Perhaps you have been worried to say, how am I going to maneuver? Because prices are going up and I am failing to meet my demand. Perhaps my earnings have been stable, they have been the same, but so many dynamics have changed in the economy. The devaluation, the COVID-19, the Russia and Ukraine war. Similarly, the coming in of the cyclones. But I want you to take a step back, Mad Economist. I want you to look at your attitudes. I want you to look at your characteristics and the characteristics that surround your environment. And I want you to take a leaf from Adam Smith. Perhaps who is making your decisions today? It is not the government making your decisions. That means your decisions are of minimal government intervention. But perhaps you are existing in a market with so many competition. You are failing to raise your prices because there is competition out there. But remember, Adam Smith said, the quality of the competition will drive the quality of the product. Perhaps, Mad Economist, what you need to bring to the economy today is the quality of your productivity. What is it that you do? Are you an economist like myself? Perhaps what you need to do is to bring your economics to the world so that people get to understand and appreciate the value that you are bringing. Remember, the intention of the podcast is to meet value and the innovation. Perhaps to help you understand the dynamics that are happening in the economy and the dynamics you can use to leverage the economy. Perhaps, Mad Economist, what you need is to get back on your knees, to pray, and ask this right hand of God to touch you. But perhaps what you need is to put in a strategy to leverage the dynamics in the economy towards yourself. Mad economists. Perhaps today, let me leave you with a question. And the question is, the government has announced a 5.9 trillion kwacha budget. From this 5.9 trillion, how can you leverage your dynamics to get a portion out of this 5.9 trillion? Remember, at the 31st of March next year, we'll come back to look at what you've done to leverage yourself into the dynamics of the economy. Yes, Mad Economists. That is our podcast today. I'm signing out from Audio 9 Studios in Blantyre. Namaste. 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 See you next time.